Hey guys, thanks for tuning into the show. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. But you said something about just like you still feel like you still got like that deep love for the game, or you just feel
Yeah,
like you're in the transition of
no, I love basketball to the core. It has not changed. I thought about today. I was like, can't remember, but I was like walking back home and I was just like, man, I'm still a kid at heart. You know what I'm saying? And I like that though. I love that. You feel me? Because I just be looking at people sometimes. You know how you just might catch somebody glancing, you be like they just look stressed and look like they just not enjoying life and shit. And I'm like, I probably look like that a lot of times too. A lot of people tell me that, but really, I'm having a great time with like overall the grand scheme of things. You feel me? But yeah, bro, like I still love the game like when I was 8 years old, and that's why I respect. Like I said, just when I was talking about a couple minutes ago, talk about I seen players start a game, pro game, and lead a pro game. I understand that about basketball too. And you got to be real about yourself as a hooper. It's like, is your love for the game still there?
right.
You know what I'm saying? Because overseas basketball, there's no doubt about it. 100%. If you don't love it, you're going to quit. You're going to tap out. It's not worth it. But as you say, we on year 13, and I'm in the craziest situation
Oh my
probably of
god.
my career.
Oh my god, bro.
I've seen it all, and I'm still having fun with it. You know what I'm saying? As negative as this situation is, I'm still enjoying it.
I'm just trying to decipher like because I'm thinking like, okay, yes, I still love the game, but then it's really becomes a part of like it is a job at the end of the day. Loving the game of basketball and loving the career of overseas basketball is two different things. And I
Mm-hmm.
guess that's what I'm trying to like separate and understand like when does one use like still have the love for the game but don't love the career part, and when does how does that like how do you balance that so you don't pretty much don't burn out and just you still got a lot left in the tank. You still love the game of basketball, but you just can't take the overseas life no more. You get what I'm saying? How do you manage that? Because I believe a lot of guys they done with their careers or don't make it far in their careers. It ain't because they don't love the game of basketball. Because you never really lose the love of basketball. I don't see myself ever just saying, "Well, I'm done loving basketball." No, this career of overseas basketball, though, but hey, boy, sometimes I'd be like,
Yeah,
how do I even keep going? So that's why I'm asking you, like, how do
I
you even
don't know,
balance
bro.
that?
For me, in my opinion, my perspective, I just see them as the same thing, like the business and the love of it. But I see what you're saying, though. I fully
Mm-hmm.
understand. It's like I just can't see myself in that situation because I figure it's either one or the other. Like, okay, like you said, I don't believe nobody really lose their love for the game either.
Right.
But if you don't like the business side of things, like I said, because it's so cutthroat out here, and because like if you're not in a really a city that you really like where you can maybe just go explore, or a city that got a lot of culture. In my opinion, bro, if you don't like the business side of it, I think you're gonna quit. I think you're gonna leave because it's just not gonna be fun.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I say, in my opinion, it's the same because I feel like, well, put it like this. From my perspective, I'm not in a situation like that. I'm not super fed up with the whole business side of things because I've done good business. That's what really helps me out. But like I
You've done
said,
good business as far as like
no,
on your end.
no, I'm talking about like what teams in the past, like
Okay,
they've been,
okay.
they pay me, you know what I'm saying? They said, did what they said they're going to do. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But this current situation, kind of like the opposite, whatever. And the thing that helped me keep going is the love for basketball.
Right.
So that's the only thing that keep me going. Because really, this type of environment, you can even ask the other import players, this will make you just like it's not worth it. I just go home and set up shop
Right.
and become a blue collar worker, or work in the office. do something,
That
start up my
sounds
own business.
no
But
disrespect, but yeah, dang. But I can't do no blue collar going home to the crib. I would never. I
yeah,
made a mental stamp in my mind. I'm never going back to that again. I I I've reached a point in my life that I'm not going back to that ever again.
I think that's a to be honest, I think that's a nightmare for athletes. Like whether you play basketball or not, like basketball players, every athlete going from like pro life to the work life, and that's a very, very
That's very
difficult
scary.
transition, bro.
That is, and
Yeah, bro.
we talk about it. Shout out to you. Like they don't know, but you always send me, or you've been sending me. We always been doing that. Like send like motivational stuff to keep us in. You're not a consumer. You're a producer because we understand the fact that this is something that we don't have to go back to that life. Right. This is
Mhm.
part of it. Yeah, they see us on the live and da 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 da, but we have a bigger plan to all this. Like this is to a bigger purpose. You know what I'm saying? This is growing something. But and I be trying to tell my teammates, all the ones I run into, I'm like, what you gonna do when you done? Everybody got the same. Oh, I'm gonna go be a coach. I'm gonna go work with my like. You really think you're gonna? How you think you're gonna feel like you got to go back and go under somebody and like work? What if you got to go and get a job working at Chrysler or something? No disrespect, not saying,
Mhm.
but if you've been in the game 10, 12 years and you got to go back to be working as a cashier.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what did I do? That to your mental mind is like it's crazy to me.
Yeah, that's why I like just the whole content creator thing makes sense to me, and because you just gotta look at the way life is going, and everything's digital now, whether you
Right,
like it or not. And I think another critical thing about living overseas and playing overseas basketball, you gotta learn how to adapt. You
right.
know what I mean? Things are going to be different. Things are not always going to be set in stone. You gotta like learn how to move. You gotta learn how to change. You gotta learn how to keep up. You know what I mean? And I see really our generation, of course, the older generation, just struggle with like accepting social media. And I get it too. Not everybody wants to show their face. That's a big deal too. You
A
know what I'm
lot of
saying?
people don't
So
want to show their face,
I
bro.
was very uncomfortable with that myself. So I get it. But it just only makes sense because the younger generation dictates how
The
things
next
are
year,
gonna go.
yeah, that's a fact.
Bro,
That's
they
a
are
fact.
I seen something. They said it's like $600 to like had a full package of NBA games, whether it's on Prime and all the streaming services. It's like streaming what 600, bro. Back in the day, it used to be like, of course, it used to be a lot of games shown, but guess what, Arnold? It was free.
Yes,
Now everything you gotta pay. $3.99, $2.99, $5.99. Bro, everything is changing. So long story short is the people, even when they do want to be coaches and trainers, guess what they end up coming back to being? Content creators.
mm.
Whether they really taking it serious or not.
Yeah,
They're posting their high school game. Oh, game tonight at 7 o'clock at home. Be there. You're promoting.
promoting.
You're so using social media as business.
Right.
So it only makes sense to me and to for like as a basketball player to be in this type of space.
I be telling a lot of guys that too. I'm like, bro, that's why you got a social. Like, social media was really made to promote. It was really made to promote. Hey, people want to call me and hit me up. Why everybody always want to hit you up when you're working?
Man,
When
bro,
when
every
I'm
time I
doing
post, I'm
something
trying to the
all day,
algorithm.
you want to hit me
I'm,
now? Isn't it
I'm
like
like,
that?
man, as soon as you on social media, hey, what you doing? Hey, take the
Hey,
phone.
how's your day going? I ain't talked to you in 3 weeks. Why is you hitting me up now? I'm trying to work. I'm trying to be better. I want to get rich. Leave me alone. Oh
Uh,
my God. Now is the time. I like, man. But that brings,
yeah,
talking about that, as far as money wise, you know what I'm saying, transitioning and money wise too, what does an athlete has to do to keep his money flow going or understand that money aspect? I'm so super heavy in the finances, and I kind of see that being a part of this platform and where I'm headed to, because a lot of basketball players are broke. Let's keep it a buck. A lot of
yeah, bro.
overseas basketball players are broke, starting
Mhm.
off with a broke mindset. It ain't no like saying like, oh, you ain't got no, because what is really money? As far as how much money that's going to really matter to affect your life when you're done with this, because as a person that study finances, like you realize like the inflation of how things is going. Money, like things only are going to get more expensive. Forget basketball. You worried about the basketball part? Cool. Yes, the love, money coming in, cool. But it don't. I always refer back to the saying: it don't really matter how much you make; it's how much you can keep, grow, and invest. Keep,
Facts.
grow, and invest. Because I was talking to
Yeah.
my teammate, and I said, "Bro, I know for a fact over my career, which would probably will add up. When you add up and do the math, it really come out to like 45, 50K a year over 12 years. That's like over half a million. I know over my career, I know I've made over that, but if I just started from there, that's really only 45 maybe a year. It's not a lot of money. You know what I'm
No.
saying? It's average, it's cool, but
Hmm.
when you look up 10 years, I look up after 10 years and I ain't got $100 invested anywhere and not even doing nothing, you're starting to make you really think, like, what am I doing? And I ain't got much time left. For real, for
Hmm.
real. So you start thinking of a play, you start really not even thinking of the game. Now the game becomes different. Now you're thinking too much of, man, I got to do well. I need this job.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That is a place I don't ever want to be playing from again. Like,
Yeah.
I
See this?
need this for survival.
Yeah.
And how many players we know are playing from a survival state
A lot, bro.
instead
A lot.
of I'm just doing what I love and getting the most out of it. You know what I'm saying? What do you think about that?
Yeah, man. Like you said, you gotta invest. I think the best thing for basketball players is just expand their knowledge on the stock market and cryptocurrency. And for myself, like I downloaded cryptocurrency, the app, and I downloaded Robinhood. I'm still in the process of like making my profile, but I'm taking the steps. I'm heading in the right direction, and I feel like every hooper, that's the only way to come up because the way our seasons are set up, you know what I mean? Like it's a 9 month season, 10 month season, but that little 2 months, three
Three
months, that's
months?
what really those 3 months off, those off season months. That's what hurts most basketball players because you come back with such a large lump sum of money and you just ball. You just ball out of control. You know
Even
what
if
I
you
mean?
don't ball, it's just the fact that no money's coming in. So it's only
And,
coming out.
and and like you said too, times have changed, bro. Inflation has changed the game. The things were not as pricey as they, bro. I remember when we was in college, bro. You could survive as a college student. Nowadays, I don't know how you're surviving as a young person because it's too expensive.
Man,
You know what I mean? So you really gotta learn the stock market, whether you want to do it or not. You gotta learn cryptocurrency, whether you want to do it. I would say this: it's about four things you could do.
okay,
You can learn about stocks.
okay.
You can learn about crypto. You can learn about real estate, and
Mm-hmm.
you can learn about content creation.
Mm.
There's probably other more. If you really, I can't really realistically see people learn about trade like how to be a plumber or electrician. Because according to Gary Vee and a lot of other people, electricians about to get paid. My boy Kyle is an electrician.
My boy's an
So
electrician. He telling me he getting stupid bread.
same with Kyle. It's going up. So if you get also just throw that in trade. If you learn how to trade, like I say, a handyman or a mechanic, repairman, you're gonna be straight. But you have to learn one of those skills, one of those things, bro. It's not no, oh no, I'm gonna do better with my money because I'm younger than
No.
y'all. I'm new generation. No, life is a cycle. Please listen to the unks, the big bros, the old heads, whatever you want to call us. But please listen because don't everybody is cocky and young. You feel me? That's how like I said, I watched the Matt Barnes talk about Ja Morant, and I'm looking at Ja Morant, and
Your youngness is showing.
exactly, I'm just like, brother, I know your frustrations. I'm in the same boat as you, talking about his minutes and his frustration, but you cannot say that, bro.
Right.
You can't say it to the news people. You can say it to your teammates. You say it to your friends and family, but you can't say it to the news people. And like I say, that relates just back to any young hooper or person in their overseas basketball journey in their early 20s, mid 20s, even their late 20s. Shout out to Austin because I feel like when we was with him, we
Man,
really
he
soaked in
came
a lot.
up
And he's a prime example. Like I said, he's not into content creation, but he's into stocks, he's
in
into
real
crypto,
estate.
and he's into real estate. So
Yes.
I'm not counting his pockets, but he's young. And if he's doing that, he's going to have a great, bright future. You know what I'm saying? So,
I'm
because
counting his
me and
pockets.
you, I'm, I'm pretty
Hey guys, thanks for tuning into the show. Please subscribe on our YouTube, Spotify, Apple, and wherever you listen to your podcast. I greatly appreciate it.